Hello everybody, Smith here. Welcome back to some more City Skylines and welcome back to our little city of San Anvíl. Last time we got ourselves up to a worthy village. We're starting to see our city very slowly take shape. We've got a little bit of dirty industry over here. We do have agricultural specialization, if I can get the sodding words out. We also have 4-lane roads now, so I'm going to want to start using that for sort of the commercial zones now. And we've got loads of services we'll need to put down. We've got fire, we've got police, we've still got to do something about healthcare and education, so those will be our priorities for today. Yeah, where to get started? First of all, we've got a little bit of low electricity showing. Just check the water actually, because we're underfunding that. I think for the moment I'm just gonna overfund that a little bit. It's not a long-term solution, but I just want to okay, gonna need a little bit more. 140. Will that tide us over for the moment? It will, but not by much. Let's whack this up to 150. I think we'll just have to sit back and wait for the money to roll in, but we can't sit back and wait too long because they're going to want a fire department and stuff like that. I think what we might do then is start building a little bit of stuff in here. And there's no water up there. That's not going to quite cover it, is it? And I still need to redesign the water coverage. Okay, for the moment, let's just have a pipe running down the middle of this street. And then I can go and sort this water network out a bit better. Oh, that cost us a lot of money. I mean, not a lot of money, but sort of when I'm looking at the margins, I'm going to need 24,000 for both police and fire department. Okay, we're good for garbage collection at the moment, though, which is the first thing, that's sort of major thing that will cause people to move out. Police will be. Crime will not be far behind that, so we will need a police station at some point. How are we going to do this bit? What are we doing? I think similarly to what I did over on the other side. Just turn off road guidelines, because that one is really irritating me. We're just going to get something about there. And run that down like that. I'm just going to give it more than I think it needs. And then we'll have something coming up from there like that. Just a little extra bit like that. Take that down that far. It's kind of gritty, but not too rigid. A little bit more organic. When we get up here, I think we're going to have to start going much less gritty and much more organic, which is kind of what I want, but still making sure everything flows, all the traffic's okay. I might do actually just to. No, we sort of want to make sure everything flows towards our little collector there, what will be our collector. So for the time being, yeah, let's start getting some housing in here. I might just have to take out a loan in order to get all these services done. We won't go down that far just yet. And we are not all covered by water. Yeah, I'm going to need a loan, aren't I? Damn it. Something coming out of here and doing that. Oh, there's so much overlap here. There is so much overlap. I am wasting so much money doing this. But we've got a healthy income at the moment. So that'll start to fill in. Demand for residential and industrial should start to go up. Yeah, that industrial is already looking pretty healthy. So, I mean, it's already filled up the extra zones I did last time. Let's get police. Let's see if we can get police department down. I want this to be reasonably central because our little suburb is going to sort of go from there to there. So we want something round about here, ideally. So it'd be good to have some idea of what the roads here are doing. Let's just bring standard little cul-de-sac off like that. How big's this thing? It's 4x3. It's titchy. It is titchy. Actually, what I might want to do is just have this coming off the side here. Like that. So that should stop crime and hopefully will give us a bit of breathing space before we need to construct our fire station. Where are we going to put the fire station? I think in the residential area, but sort of more towards this end because it'll, for the time being, it'll have to cover the industrial area as well. And we are starting to run short of electricity. We're overfunding that as much as we can. So time to build ourselves. I'm trying to get these in a line so it looks doesn't look too funny. But that should see to our power needs and hence to our water needs. Okay. Water availability starting to creep down as well. Let's notch this up to 75%. I might take out a loan and get all the services, basic services we need down. Okay. That will do nicely. We will want a fire department. We can move this later. Oh, again, it's a tiny one. So we're not going to want it there because, of course, there's going to be... this is going to move out one. And if we want to give space for the commercial zone, we want it about there. So then, when this is like a tile wider either side, we'll have a gap of 4 for more commercial zones. Healthcare. How much is the healthcare clinic? 10,000. Want the healthcare clinic again reasonably central, I think. Put you there, and we, even with the loan, we don't have enough. For the school. Okay, let's start upgrading some of this. Let's get busy. Yeah, okay, that's part of that one. Sticking some more commercial zone in there. And there's probably going to be another road coming off this other side, so we don't... Well, there will be another road coming off this other side, so we don't want to just fill that up, because that's just going to be demolished pretty quickly. So looking good, looking good. I'm glad we're sort of starting to fill in this area, and now we've got this road coming out. We can just fill you in there. once we get it, I was talking in the first episode about sort of alternative transport, public transport, and making sure people can get around on foot and what have you. So we're going to want to start sticking quite a lot of paths into our little bit of suburban sprawl here as it starts to get in there. Also, we're going to need to consider where we put parks and the like. So a little bit of redevelopment might be called for. Okay, we're doing quite nicely. I might just let this. Okay, electricity availability is going down. Budget. Oh, we've already got. We're already overfunding electricity as much as is possible. Is there somewhere else I can stick another one of these in? Okay, well, let's sort of start to think about doing a second row of these. It's not the cheapest way of doing it. It's not the cheapest way of doing power. It really isn't. But I think we can probably bring that down to 100%. I don't know. I would guess that overfunding something reduces the efficiency of the spending, because otherwise you just have it maxed out all the time. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Parks and recreation, all this stuff. Okay. But I think first of all, no, we are going to want to overfund electricity a little bit. Although maybe not. Sorry, this is just me speculating about gameplay mechanics. This is not what I want this series to become. Oh, that does give us a bit of a cash boost. So we can get our little elementary school. We're going to want a number of these tucked in and around here, aren't we? So we may as well just start with one over here. Is this going to be the one? That's throwing a bit of a fiddy because I've already got the road there. That's kind of not quite. Oh, it might actually work because I'm just about. No. I'm just trying to think it through. What happens when I, upgrade that road and what that does with all the little grid squares and all that stuff. You just have it over here, just facing onto the little side road. Yeah, we'll do that. And as I said, we need another one of these, so we've now got a bit of cash. Let's just do it. There's more services we could do with. Actually, just to save ourselves the bother, I am going to upgrade this now. And we'll do the same here. Do we want to do the same there? Let's do the same there so that when the time comes, we're sort of ready for the upgrade. I'm just going to demolish everything that's on all the commercial that's there so it can grow back, taking full advantage of the well, not so that it grows back janky with the little extra row of squares there. I think that's what I was trying to say. Industrial demand is coming back, so that's the other thing we're going to need. Is to start thinking about our little agricultural zone I want to build in here. So I think bring you down to about there. Right, and then we're going to want to make this a new little district just for our agriculture. I don't have any names prepared for these districts, so if you do have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments or in the Discord, because I'd like something a little bit fitting. If you can make it on the theme, that would be fantastic. First of all, though, we want to make sure this is agricultural specialization. Eventually we're going to want to replace all of that industry. For the moment we will have some generic industry. Let's have you coming out a bit like that, either side. And then we'll resort to the sort of the freestyle tool. Just have you coming out here, just looking at what happens to the fertile land as we get closer down here. Okay, that's looking... Cable cars are my favourite type of transport. You weirdo. That looks good. I think for the time being, because again, in here I'm going to try and do something that doesn't look too... what am I trying to say? Too gritty. So what I really want to... what I'm going to have to do to make sure that I don't just keep demolishing stuff that's already been built is sort of build around the outside of this to start with. And we're going to want some water, aren't we? And we're already running short on cash. If we're going to get some farms moving in pretty quickly, please let some farms move in pretty quickly. Okay, so that has linked to that up. So those two are linked. Is it going to keep developing round? Is it going to keep developing round quick enough? Am I going to have abandoned buildings here? Oh, no, it's getting there. It's getting there. Okay, I think that's probably going to be close enough for us. Let's hook that back up. And let's keep bringing this water pipe around the outside here. Okay. Demand for industrial is disappearing, so I think we just need to continue to fill out our little... Why? Oh, yes, because that's going to go. Okay. I was just wondering why there was... I hadn't filled in that, but obviously I just done that road there, and we just need to continue. Coming along the side here... going to do get rid of this once again, building and demolishing the power lines. It's all I ever seem to do in the early game. A bit of planning wouldn't go amiss, but there you go. What do we want to do here? I think maybe when we get down here we'll have another road coming out to our little, I said call it coast road, it's not really a coast road, the riverside road. And up here, I'm just going to want a road that comes out like that. And then about here, let's get a road that comes across like this. Just about managed to fit that in. I could come a little further this way, actually, just like that. And can we get you? Yeah. looks alright. Nope, not industrial. That would really throw off the city planning. Water down the outside of this road. Not enough money. Down to there. Yeah, here comes the... Jesus, that's growing quickly. How are we doing towards our next goal? Next goal, 2,200. When do we need to start thinking about cemeteries? Yeah. That's when we get to that point. Residential demand falling. Always have to keep an eye on electricity because we are not doing this the cost-efficient way. We are doing this the green way. But, you know, that's how I started and how I want to carry on. Little farming community is continuing to grow. I'm just going to make sure... I continue to zone down here. I'm going to need to keep an eye on the water supply as we do so. Let's get this down to our little main road there. How's our roundabout doing? Yeah, that's functioning quite well. Oh, there's traffic lights. There's traffic lights. What I'm going to do is just upgrade that little stretch so we've got this going all the way through there. Got a little bit of spare cash now, so we'll upgrade that. And what we need to do really is start to think about, yeah, setting priority signals instead of traffic lights, and make sure you can go through there, and traffic can just go through there. And again with that junction, and again with that junction. Everything moving pretty nicely. Park is in parking right. I need space for my car. Oh, there's a fire there, but it looks like... It sounds like the baby's crying outside. May have to go check on that if... Oh, we've got garbage need appearing. Not garbage need. Quite the opposite, in fact. People, too much garbage. More garbage than they need, and I don't have enough money. So we've got a little bit of... a decent bit of income, so it shouldn't take too long to get up to the 16,000 needed. Another one of those. And our garbage processing, it's still... Wow, okay, that's still not enough. So we're going to want, again, because I'm going for the recycling plants rather than anything else, we are going to need more of those. So we just need to wait until we rack up another 16,000. But everything's looking good. We've exhausted our residential demand again. Water is... yeah, water's in slightly short supply at the moment. But everything's good. I think everybody's got the services they need. We should be okay just for the moment. Electricity is dropping a bit. We're overfunding that again. I'm going to whack that up some more. We do need to get that 16,000. We need to get more electricity. We need to get more waste processing. Yeah, it will. It should be okay for the moment. More baby-related noise going on outside. Did we pay back that loan? Payment left. No, we have not. So it's just a case of waiting for it. Now that we do have... Oh, bit of a fire. Fire brigade is straight on it. Good stuff. What was I about to say? Now we do have parks and landscaping. I will want to go in there and actually start putting some parks in, helping all these things to upgrade, and also paths. Paths, because as I've mentioned, we want this city to be as car-free as possible. Because we're not going to invest heavily in road infrastructure. There'll be enough. There'll be enough road infrastructure. Don't get me wrong, but we will want to. We want to make sure as many people as possible aren't using the car, and want to make sure as many people as possible are walking. Just had to take a quick break there. Turns out my my fathering duties were calling. But what was I saying? Yes, paths. I want to get lots of paths in here, make sure everybody can walk as easily as they can. And of course, the less zigzagging in and out they have to do, the further they will be able to reach as the crow flies. But the money's coming in pretty reasonably. I'm not going to try building anything else for the moment. We're just going to carry on as we are. And wait for us to get enough cash to, excuse me, to put down another recycling centre. Going green. Pricey, worth it? I hope so. Come on, 15,500. There we go. Garbage processing status. We now have a surplus of garbage processing status. Next thing, we're going to need another one of these sodding wind turbines. Coal power. We can now, just without actually spending anything, stick down some more commercial. So that will start boosting our tax income some more. Although that will start eating into our electricity supply. I don't think these things through, do I? But I'm getting happier with this. It's starting to look a little bit more suburby than it did at the end of the last episode. So I am happier with this at the moment, and we still need to sort out our water supply because this is hideously inefficient as it is at the moment. And look at that residential demand. Everyone's going to be chronically short of workers, and you're chronically short of water. That should fix you for the moment. So just, again, closest thing to nature in the city are people's houseplants. How about a park or two? I know. Trust me, I know. But our next priority is to actually get some more housing down. So we're going to carry this on in this direction. But we do have a decent income. We do have a decent income, so can we not stick anything in there? The alternative is, of course, is that we actually do buy our next bit of land. I was hoping to sort of like hold off on that for as long as possible. Where can we stick? There's one there, which sort of works with the whole 2 rows of this thing. Okay, because electricity demand was going to be our next problem. It's looking good at the moment. Am I still overfunding that? I'm just going to bring that down a little bit. I'll have to do some research on that between episodes, whether or not this overfunding it is less efficient than just 100% having more of them. But yes, so I mean, I've done quite a lot of the stuff I wanted to do this episode. We've got all of the most basic services in. We started on a little agricultural area here. This is starting to take a bit more shape. Obviously, as we go through here, the main road is probably going to be... We're probably not going to build this side of the main road as we come around here, because that's going to get a little too close to our agricultural district. There's going to be a bit too much noise, but this side of it we're going to continue to build up, and then once we get over here, yeah, we're going to be building up both sides of this main road. But it is starting to take shape. It is starting to take shape, which is nice. And then, of course, we'll finish off this this suburb. I kind of think I want to put another little one in somewhere around here. After that, we might just progress and start doing the, the city centre over here. We'll have to see. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.